Oh my God, we just blew our account. What is going on here? What did we do? What was the
Oh
mistakes
my
we done?
word.
So this is exactly what we're going to be talking about today, guys. These are some things that we've experienced and some of the things that we hear from our team. So we're going to talk about it and find out some ways that we can overcome blowing your account.
And it's so time fitting, I guess, because I just blew my account for the first time, one of our accounts. Thankfully, we have multiple accounts that we trade, but there are very few successful traders that are going to talk to you about blowing their account, tell you exactly what they did, and you all know that we keep it real, right?
We have to.
So we've got to keep it real. I mean, you can only bless people for keeping it real. So we're not perfect. We're learning how to become world-class traders. A lot of us are. My husband rocks in trading. I've learned so much from him, but I've learned also so much just from our education platform. So we want to share with you our story, how we freaking blew an account, and just be real with you guys and kind of walk through that. I want to share with you how I was able to bounce back from that, because I know that some people are not able to bounce back. So you want to go
also
first?
Want to talk about being supportive of with your spouse. If you're working together, be supportive. That's really, really a huge deal with trading when you have a significant other, because finances sometimes can be a real burden on marriages. So
but if you plan properly, you'll be okay. So
yeah, all right. So
you want to share your experience? Tell us about when you blew an account.
Okay, it's been a long time ago, but now. But one thing that I know for myself in blowing an account is a few things. Actually, one, didn't have proper risk management. Actually, even before that, going outside of my business plan. So I have a business plan. I know how many pips I'm going to be taking. I know what my stop loss is going to be. Everything is laid out. But sometimes when you go out of your business plan, that's one way to blow your account. And outside of your business plan, also, we need to talk about greed. Because if you're outside of your business plan, it's because you're either trying to be the main thing I think is because you're being greedy. And then two, oftentimes people are revenge trading. So they're trying to make up what they lost, and that's not in your business plan.
Right. And we all do it. And what I've learned just from going through the experience is that it's not that I'm a horrible trader, although I'm learning a lot. I've been trading for a few months now, and I feel that the education platform that I'm learning through, there's no way I'd have the confidence that I'd have and be where I am, especially being profitable. I'm not a millionaire yet. We're not millionaires yet, but we're doing pretty good. You know, we started out with very small goals, worked our way up. I got to a comfortable amount of making $100 a day. Sometimes it's $200. And then, you know, it fluctuates sometimes because we work the business side of IML, but it's been profitable for us being new traders. And I had an experience. So Brian told you a little bit about mistakes where he's gone wrong. So I tend to be pretty disciplined. I like following a business plan. I've always been a very disciplined person, but trading is new for me. And I do feel that would you say I'm disciplined?
Yeah.
For the most part, so, yeah. I'm pretty disciplined. But here's the thing. I'm a scalper. I've realized that I love scalping. And in our company, we get a lot of trade signals from different directions. There's trades always coming at us from top traders in our company. And we have really successful traders that are swing traders. And I've made some really nice profits, both of us have, getting into some of these swing trades. So I took a swing trade last week. I forgot the pair. You don't need to know. But I took a swing trade. Guys, I got in that trade and it drove me crazy. I was in that trade for 3 days. I thought that it would be a shorter period, but it was 3 days. And I got into one position, added a second position for no good reason. Okay, I didn't need to add a second position. I was trading on a dollar lot size, which I'm comfortable trading on a dollar lot size. So with one position, I was exercising proper risk management. But where I went wrong is it was greed. You know, I guess I was thinking that it was so much hype about this pair falling because it hadn't been at the high, it had made a new higher high, and it hadn't been at that price for longer than a year, I think. Anyway, guys, 3 days passed. I was finally in profit on Friday morning. I had created multiple positions because the price kept going higher and higher and higher.
Was that in your business plan?
And it was outside of my business plan. First of all, I shouldn't have been in a swing trade because I said I would never do that again, because it's not my personality. I don't like swing trades. I'm very good at scalping. I've realized That's what I'm good at, right? Got into the swing trade, and Brian's like, what are you doing? First of all, I tried not to tell him because I knew that I was going outside of the plan. Got into it, and guys, guess what happened? There was high impact news on Friday morning that affected that trade. It was CAD news, okay? I was literally in bed. I didn't have a stop loss. I'm going to be very honest. I didn't have a stop loss. But because I was in great profit, I went to add a trailing stop loss. I promise you, I picked up my phone. I tried to edit the trade, modify the trade to do a trailing stop loss. And guys, within seconds, I saw my account go crazy. I gripped my teeth. It was, Brian saw me. I could not believe my.
Just that fast too. It was quick.
Seconds. Like my account went from literally almost $120 in profit to it was like hundreds of dollars negative to I don't even want to tell you what it went to. I cried and I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. So luckily I was able to save one of my positions and just close it out. I closed out negative, but that was a horrendous experience and I will never, ever do it again. And
you know what? One thing that I've actually learned from that is that sometimes we can get overconfident in a particular trade, especially if a trade hasn't been at its height in a long time. You can get confident and say, okay, yeah, I know it's going to go down. But one thing that I've learned is that no one can predict the market. No indicators. No one can actually predict the market. However, you want to stick with your plan. So if in your plan you say, okay, I'm going to put in another entry when it hits a certain height, then okay, that's fine. But you always want to stick with your plan and proper risk. That goes to my thing, proper risk management. So if you only have $100 in your account, for example, you should tell yourself, I want to make 10% a day, for example, and I want to lose 10%. I'm okay with that. 10% of $100 is $10. So if you lose $10, you should be okay with that, you know? And, you know, of course you want to profit, but you know that I lost $10. I didn't lose 20 or blow my entire account. So if you set a stop loss to that $10 or depending on how many trades, then you should be comfortable with that.
Right. Good point. So tell us, how have you bounced back from blowing an account? I mean, it hasn't happened, I don't think, too often for you, but I want to talk about that because I know there's some people, it's just really hard for them to bounce back after they blow an account. You feel like a horrible trader. You feel like maybe this is something you can't do. And I really want to prove to you guys that you're an excellent trader, okay? If this is for you and trading makes you happy and excited and you love waking up and looking at charts, trading is for you. And you have to let your losses be your lessons. And that's how I was able to bounce back, is I said, okay, this is a big lesson for me. And what I forced myself to do, I took the whole weekend, I poured into self-development. Because it's not that you're a bad trader, it's that you have some tendencies that you need to fix within yourself. So you have to master yourself before you can master the market. So for me, if I'm not following the clear-cut rules that I put in place for myself, I have an issue. If I can't stick to proper risk management, going into a trade, knowing my stop loss first of all, why am I not even trading with a stop loss, right? Let's be real. A lot of us do it. And if you don't believe in a stop loss, I respect that because everyone trades different. I don't trade with a stop loss all the time when scalping because I have a great strategy that just takes profit pretty fast. But there's a certain point where I do implement a stop loss. However, if you really want to exercise proper risk management, you should have a stop loss in place, you know? And so I had to get really real with myself and say, Kenya, what are you doing? You know, do you want to go through trades like this and risk losing money? So I forced myself to say, you know what, I have to revise my rules and I need to stick to it. And until I'm able to do that, I need to go back to demo. I got to take my butt back to demo, work on myself. And when I can stick to my rules, it's not about making money. Like we're here to be profitable and make money, but you don't really want to focus on making money. You want to focus on trading well. And trading well means following your rules. So for me, guys, it's not about making, you know, $200 to $300 a day, $100 a day anymore. It's more about, did I follow my rules? And that's how I'm moving forward. And so you'll know when you're ready, when you can follow your rules, you have, you know, clear things in place to keep you on track, your risk management plan. Like, for example, you're not going to swing trade anymore. For me, no more swing trading for me, okay? I've learned my lessons, no more swing trading. So that would be a tip that I would give you in terms of how to bounce back, is set some clear rules for yourself. Go back to your journal, your trading journal. It can be a notebook. I use an Excel sheet, and I also have a Word document because I'm very electronic. But ask yourself, why did I enter that trade? Why did I take that trade? Where did I go wrong? Did I add on multiple positions to a losing position?
Right.
What happened? Was there high impact news? Did I check it? Did I not check? So force yourself to go through that process, and then set some rules for yourself that you're going to follow, and then bounce back by, I wouldn't say, I'm not going to, well, I probably will fund that account again at some point, maybe. Or because I do have money in it still, I might force my way to stay on a low lot size and work my way back up. You just, whatever fits you force yourself to do that.
And just to provide you with some good confidence, this is one of the few ways that you can make money without having a product, without having a service, and you can make it quickly. But I advise, and we advise you not to go that fast. It's whatever you do, whatever you trade, you're making more than your bank anyway. With interest rates, take it easy, take it slow, build your confidence, build your business plan, stay consistent. Consistency is key. As soon as you stop being consistent, that's when everything turns around. You may get lucky 1 or 2 times with going outside of your business plan, but it will always hurt you in the beginning. So building your confidence up again, just remember that trading is huge. Once you learn it and establish it, the sky's the limit financially.
And I would say some tips for husbands and wives.
I would say, one, patience. You have to be patient with each other and understanding. We know that sometimes we go out of our plan and sometimes we get greedy. That's human nature.
Be supportive no matter what. Like, don't beat your spouse up if they had a big loss or they didn't stick to the rules, but you want to hold them accountable. So hold them accountable, help them get back on track. Like I was like, oh my gosh, he's so mad at me. He is so mad at me. And I reached out to him like but he's like never mad at me, which I love. He's such an awesome husband, but he's very supportive too and understanding. I think that I'm a little bit more, or I'm not less understanding, but I think that I tend to probably, women, we're like, you did what? You lost how much money? So with Brian, he's a little more easygoing. So, but
I know. And then this is, some of you guys may believe in God or not. We do. And I personally feel that regardless, God has us. And then we're going to pray on this, and so that we can become better in what we do, all for his glorification. Right. So it helps to keep me calm and peaceful and say, you know what, this is just finances. We can't take it with us after we die, but it is beneficial for us as we are living to help ourselves and help each other. So you have to understand what's important to you.
And respect money. We got to keep that in mind when trading. You have to respect money. Because money ties over into every area of your life, your family, your community, wherever you invest it. And so if you don't manage it properly, you're not going to manage it properly in other areas too. So you have to learn how to do that in trading. So anyway, we just wanted to share a real transparent moment with you. I feel great. I'm so ready to move forward and have such a productive trading week. And so I hope that this blesses someone out there. I hope that you can relate. And I hope that you know that you're not a horrible trader, that good traders blow their accounts as well too, and you can bounce back from it.
And you got this. Feel free to reach out.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. All right. See you in the next one.